and welcome to the More Free Time Portland podcast. Do you feel like there's just not enough time in your day? Overwhelmed with all the responsibilities of life? This podcast was designed to give you practical tools and resources to not only get more free time, but to help you thrive as a mom, wife, and busy professional and help you win back your day. If you're receiving tons of value from this podcast, subscribe, rate, and review so that we can help more people like you. Now, on to the show with me, your host, Ashley Whaley. Hello, how are you guys? As always, I am so pumped to be here, and I have a fun topic for you guys today, and that is the topic of date night or day date. We love day dates, and what it looks like to hire a babysitter. So this is especially for all the moms and dads out there who need a break. Can I get an amen? We all need a break every now and then. And just making that time for each other is so key. And my husband and I, we absolutely love day dates. We are actually going on one today. I'm so pumped. And we are going to do a little shopping, grab some lunch, and talk and laugh and be silly and just have so much fun. And it's just one of those things that we have learned to incorporate. And there's just, well, number one, it's so much fun and we love it. But we just found that when we don't have time to ourselves, things can get a little crazy. So making that time and prioritizing that time together as a couple has been so key, and I really want to give you just some insight and some tips on how we made that happen, because I think that there's a lot of people out there, especially, busy moms and dads who, they work all the time and then they come home, take care of the kids, and then that special time together can get a little bit lost. So hopefully this will give you some tips to change that and prioritize some date nights or day dates for yourselves. So let's rewind a little bit and let's go back to when our first daughter was born. So first of all, we had no idea what we were doing. Does anybody really have any idea what they're doing though when their first baby comes into the world? I don't know. Maybe some people do. My husband was in school full time. I was working full time and growing our cleaning company. And then we just had this precious little baby, and we needed some help. We needed some additional help and some care. And luckily, we were so blessed to find who is now our dear, dear close friend. We've become such close friends over the years. But at the time, she actually had her own in-home daycare, and we had met her through cleaning for her. And so I had already had that trust that was there with her. And so she was able to help us out with Macy during the day. And it was such a blessing to be able to have, somebody who we knew and trusted. And it was just, I'm so thankful. And it was, so thankful. But what we were finding was we still, we would be working all day, picking Macy up from daycare, coming home, and we just didn't have time together. And so what we really needed to do was figure out some additional date night help. And so what that kind of looked like was we don't have any family close by, and we still don't to this day. So we needed to network and ask around and ask some friends. And luckily, one of our friends had a nanny who was available to babysit in the evenings. And so we were able to get that personal referral from a friend, so that trust was already there. But so that's tip number one. Ask a friend who they use as their sitter. I am always open to sharing my babysitter list. I just think it's the right thing to do. If you have a list of incredible sitters who you trust and your kids love, why not share those with your friends, right? So if you're here in Portland and we're friends, I am happy to share my babysitter list with you, and I have done so many times to a number of our girlfriends. So from there, what we decided was that we really needed to have a list of 10 sitters to pull from. We just didn't want to, get into a bind where we needed help and then didn't have anybody to help us out. And so we really also wanted that list of 10 people to be a list of quality people that we knew, liked, and trusted. And so what we did was we first went to care.com. Care.com was suggested from some other moms that I knew, and what we did was we posted an ad, and then we got a ton of really great inquiries. And from there I scheduled a phone interview and then added them on social media because I wanted to kind of see what they were all about. Social media is great for that. And I checked 3 of their references and did an in-home interview to make sure that they would be a good fit. So care.com was such a great place to get the ball rolling, and it's given us a handful of incredible sitters who have become a huge part of our family, and we absolutely love them. And our kids absolutely love them too. So our kids literally ask us when we're gonna go on a date night so that a babysitter can come and play. Because let's be honest, they play so much better than I do. I'm really working at getting better at playing. I want to play more and enjoy that playtime, and I'm working on that. But they have so much fun playing with our babysitters, and it's a win-win, right? So there's also another website that we've used called urbansitter.com, so you can check that out. These are, of course, not any type of ads. These are just things that I have used and found value in. So those are a couple great websites to give a go. And some other ideas on how to build a great sitter list is you can ask around at church. That's a great place, especially if you've gotten to build a community there. You can ask your current sitters if they have any friends who babysit as well. We've definitely had sitters who have had a friend and it's worked out really well, that personal referral. You could ask your girlfriends who they've used, like I suggested before. You can swap kids with a friend. So if you have kids and your friends have kids, well, you can say, hey, let me take your kids for a date night, and then you can take our kids for a date night, next week. And that works out really well because the kids have so much fun. Our kids love doing a date night swap. And it doesn't cost you anything, right? Because when you're swapping kids with a friend, it's just, it's I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of a thing. So it works out really nice. And then if you are blessed to have family nearby, you can certainly ask your family to help out, and you can certainly ask your friends to help out as well too. So those are just a few ideas there. But one of the best things I incorporated into date night. So once you've got your babysitter list, you've got everything figured out, you've got things scheduled and planned, and you're excited, what I would encourage you to do is to put together a babysitter checklist. And this is something that I incorporated, and it just brought so much more peace to the whole situation. And what that does and what it kind of looks like is the checklist lays out the girls' bedtime routine, because we all have, certain routines that we like to follow and that your kids are used to. And so it maps out their bedtime routine. And then it also lays out the routine for putting the house back in order. So I love just coming home to a peaceful home and just having things, in order. I will incorporate some laundry folding, kitchen cleaning, floor cleaning, everything. I want everything to be super tidy, super clean. And there's a couple podcasts in the past where I've shared a little bit more detail around what that checklist looks like. I also have them get the coffee pot ready because that's just so nice. And I know I've said this so many times, but having that coffee pot ready the night before is a game changer. So just having that checklist for the sitters just keeps everybody on the same page, and it just makes things really clear. So the whole point of all of this is if you are not making time as a couple and giving your kids the opportunity to play and have fun with a babysitter, I think you're totally missing out. I think that there's a lot of people who are maybe scared to have somebody else watch their kids. But if you follow the steps that I laid out as far as the interview process goes and the reference checks and all of that, and actually start doing it, it is so fun, and the kids love it. And that change of face for kids, especially right now, is so key. So I would just encourage you to do whatever you need to do to make it a day date happen or a date night happen. All of our babysitters have been such a huge blessing to our life, and I am just so thankful for them. And if you want more insight on this, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram at More Free Time Cleaning or at Ashley T. Whaley. I'm happy to provide, what our checklist looks like and all of that. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a rockin' 4th of July weekend. Appreciate you all, and we will talk again very soon. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. If you found value in this podcast, we'd love it if you would subscribe, rate, and review. And please share it with a friend. We love making friends, so let's please connect on social. You can find me on Instagram at Ashley T. Whaley or our cleaning company at More Free Time Cleaning. Until next time, bye guys.